Consistency is more important than discipline. That is my belief. It is February 23rd, 2026. I think it's 23rd. Last time I checked it was. Who knows? It is. But what I said is my belief because discipline feels much more emotional based as a task. So you hear it a lot. I hear a lot. I feel like everyone hears a lot about discipline, especially for these like D1 athletes or just very successful people in general. Like, you must remain disciplined. But that feels like a very strong attachment towards emotion, which can be good and bad, like a strong emotional attachment to something you feel very passionately about. It can be a good thing because you are working very hard towards a very personal goal, and that says a lot about you. But it can also be bad because it can almost lead you blindly, I feel like. And I say that because discipline is emotional and motivational based, which means that it can come to an end. Maybe your goal is physique wise, okay? Like, you want to be lean, you want to be ripped, you want to have broad shoulders, slim waist, all of those categories, and you set yourself on this disciplinary path of diet and working out, and then one day it's just too much. You put too much on your plate and now you've kind of lost your motivation. It's no longer enjoyable in the gym. You are not enjoying what you're cooking because it is so strict. You can quickly lose your motivation, and soon you lose your passion over your desired goal. And that is not consistency, because consistency from my books is, definition wise, just your goals are constant, your routine is consistent. I don't really know what other words to describe it as. It's pretty self-explanatory. But with consistency, regardless of emotion or motivation, as long as you are continuing to do so, then you will achieve and you will see results very fast. So I'm going to use myself for an example, just because I don't know many other personal examples, I guess, or maybe not off the top of my head. I'm keeping a very consistent schedule of working out 2 times a day, and I run 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and the distances pretty much stay the same. Monday and Friday I run 6.5 miles, and on Wednesdays I run 5 miles. And Wednesdays are like my recovery, just like slow, at my own pace type of runs. But the goal for me is to at least stay consistent with running on these days, and then my workouts every single day, and my outdoor workouts on days other than Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And the results are they are instantaneous rather than disciplined. Because a few months ago, I was disciplined with the gym, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this every day and stuff, or like 5 to 6 days a week, whatever. And I found it very easy to lose motivation because I didn't stick myself with a goal the way that consistency does. Because when you have consistency, your goal is consistency, and that is a pretty relative long-term goal. At least it will be until your mindset shifts into a further planned goal. But with discipline, it feels very short-term, emotional based and motivational based, which are all things that are temporary. Consistency is permanent. So I thought that was a little take, my hot take of the day. No, it's something I thought of a little bit ago. I put it in my Strava app a while ago. I was running, and I thought of it, and I was like, this is kind of a bar. This is kind of a bar. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that take of consistency over discipline. I think I'm right, or at least maybe not right, but I believe it to be true, and I like it to be true. So why not? if it is keeping me in stride with my goals. So that pretty much concludes this little talk that I have. And yeah, cool. Have a good night.